find you. Good times lie ahead, with company worth keeping, that'll bash a smile on your head. Come on in, the door's open, you'll find just the finest folks here. Pull up a chair, grab a drink, and lend our stories your ear. Cause we're the talk at the tavern. Here you're always welcome. The talk at the tavern. Promising beer and bedlam. The talk at the tavern. Music, medicine, then some. The talk at the tavern. The song's over. Here we come.
See if those sound levels are okay. I can always bring my desktop audio down a little bit if I need to. It looks like my mic is picking up the speakers, which it doesn't normally do from what people tell me. Maybe it's not enough that you guys can notice it. Anyhow, as I was saying, welcome to Talk at the Tavern, Thursday, August 9th. I am your host, Travis, and today, at some point in time, probably pretty soon, but you know, I can delay and dawdle and hold off. I'm going to be learning a new art style, specifically for my kids' books. I wrote a list, because I'm realizing there might be some things I could do to better pull people in. Like right now, for everybody who's viewing and watching and dancing, got music behind me today, and it's attribution free, so it won't get muted. I'm going to come down here just below the screen and hit that share button. And I'm going to send off and I misspelled live. I put love. So this is something I do that hopefully as I grow I won't have to do so much anymore, because other people will. That works. Put that. Hey, Daniel, how are you? Hey, Ian, what are you doing here in the middle of the day? What are you two gentlemen partaking of today? Oh, man, appreciate for that subscription there, buddy. I will have to go update that subscription thing in just a moment. I really appreciate it, though. You know, it's funny, I watch other streamers, and they kind of panic as it goes on. And they lose subscribers. But the thing is, subscribing doesn't auto-renew, so it's not a terrible big surprise for me. And they have one guy who has over 1 million followers, or 10 million followers, or something like that, Ninja. And he lost, one weekend he went away to do a live show. And, like, sponsored, got paid for it, but he lost 40,000 subscribers over those couple of days. And you watch other streakers besides just yourself. It's dangerous to watch yourself when you're streaking there, Chuck, because if you're watching your dinkle, you're not watching your feet. But anyhow, and my thought when I heard he lost 40,000 subscribers over one weekend, well, thank you, Andrea. See, she's in the other room. Was, yeah, of course, because 40,000 expired and he wasn't there to say, click subscribe, which is what I'm going to do. It's actually on my to-do list. Guys, don't forget, if you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe to the channel for free. Costs you nothing, throws a couple bucks my way, and really helps out in the long run. Let's see, I got the share button, check. Newsletter, check. Amazon Prime, check. Support with donate, bits, etc. Wish list. I don't know about that one. I mean, people aren't going to think to do it unless you tell them. That's truth in advertising. I go back and forth on asking people to support it anyway. But I guess if you don't ask, they're not going to do it. And that's the bottom line and truth of life. Okay. I'm also realizing my target audience isn't 20-somethings. Hell, it might not even be 30-somethings in most cases. But, yeah, I need to figure out how to generate, basically 35 and up. Not that we wouldn't welcome everybody, but 35 and up. Target that audience. I just feel like I have to include instructions how to get on Twitch and use it properly as I target that audience. Because a lot of that generation, they're like, I've never heard of Twitch or Discord or any of these other things. Hell, you're lucky if they heard of Skype. You know what? Let me go do this real quick. You know what I can make today? In Krita, I might just do this. I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. This is going to be the first thing I do. I'm going to make my subscription badges so you guys get different subscription badges instead of the purple thing. And I like the color concept of, like, initially it's just a Talk of the Tavern symbol. But then there's 3 other ranks, I think after 3 months, after 6 months, and after a year, you get a new one. So I think I'll make those bronze, silver, gold. If I could get my art program to work properly with a bronze, silver, gold technique. Let's find out. Shall we? Let's shall. And I appreciate everybody who auto-hosts me. And my cat is in love with me today. She is all up on me over here. It could be. Andrea came in with catnip on her hand. That's what she just yelled from the other room. Right, what was I doing? Come back over here and stare at you guys. So Ian, Daniel, Chuck, anybody else drinking anything? My vice is today. I've got coffee. Gonna work with that. Brought water because it's early in the day. I like to hydrate early. And, you know, it's amazing how water actually starts to sound good. I don't think it ever tastes good, but it feels good. You know, what it might be, it doesn't feel good. It's just nice to have all those other stuff in your mouth washed away and cleansed. It's almost an anti-flavor. It removes flavor, and that's nice. Water for you, Chuck. Stream Elements. We got a new hot toddy, Spicy Slowbert. Hey, how are you? Make sure I got the name right. Let me know without capitalizing certain points. But good to see you, man. What's your vices today? What are you drinking? What do you have? So besides coffee and water, I do have Jameson's here ready to go when I get to that point. And right over here, I have a bit of that Gloriana Cubana Series R Black. Butchered your name? Well, fucking spell it right, and I won't butcher it. Spicy Slowbert. Actually, what I'm messing with you is if you go into where your name is, you can capitalize it how you want. So if it's multiple word, you can capitalize the first letter of each word within your name. You can only change it every couple months, but you could change the capitalization whenever you want. Yeah, so I don't know if you're Spicy Slowbert or Spicy Slowbert. I'm guessing it's Spicy Slowbert. I feel like you should have a W in there then. Or an E if you're gin. You could be Spicy Slow Gin Bert. Lob. Spicy Slawbert. I said spicy slobbered. Anyhow, welcome to the tavern. Appreciate you popping in and hanging out and chit-chatting and all that good stuff. As you see, we're going to treat you like a friend and harass you. So, come around often for your harassment. It's free! Oh, and as you saw with all the disclaimers, yeah, we're an adult show, so we're going to swear and say things that piss some people off. So if you can handle that type of shit, you're going to have a great time. If you can't, then we're going to get to watch you wee all the way home. You got it. I feel like I know you when you call me wanker. Either else you know me, because you've been looking in the window watching me. Oh, we got another one. Who else is coming in? Let's watch me screw up this name, too. See, we've hit this age to read my computer screen. Hi, baby. FIFA J. So, you just come in and just right away announce you got daddy issues? That's awesome. That's how I like to meet people. Give me your fucking issues up front so I can deal with that shit. So, I'll tell you what. Water's great after a long, hot afternoon yard. Cold beer, sweet tea is good, but water non-tastes pretty fantastic. It does. Like I said, it kind of cleanses the palate for whatever flavor you actually want next. Spicy? Or let me just go with, burp. Oh, wait. It was... You actually wanted the word slob in there, didn't you? So I can't call you Bert. I can if I want to, because it's that kind of country. So... Anyhow, if you guys are here to troll with us, we'll have a good time and play along. If you just like troll and run, you're a loser troll. Now, with that being said, I have some regular listeners that started out as trolls. Because, yeah, you slob. I just call you slob. What would a spicy slob taste like? I feel like there'd be a sweaty taste in there somewhere. Nasty. You're nasty. What?
Little bit like ass.
Little bit like ass, suggests Andrea from the other room. If you are watching and you want to comment and you can't, you do have to follow the channel to comment. And if you're brand new to Twitch and you're like, well, I can't do shit, go confirm that email they sent you. You have to confirm your email and follow the channel to be able to chat. If you haven't done those things, get your shit under control. That's right, there's a 4 paid. Little J. I'm fucking hilarious. And if you don't think I am, then either you've drank too much or you haven't drank enough. Please pick one, figure it out, and get there. There's a really cool name in the list of people. I'm not going to call them out. But, yeah, that's somebody that's I've never seen their name before. But, yeah, I like that name. 4Pay, what's going on? What's your poison today? I've got coffee and whiskey and water and cigars. Daniel must be busy cleaning up his office. What kind of cleaning you doing in your office, Daniel? Are you getting ready for your new game, your new gamers? How many you got? What'd you get? Are they set up? Are they continuing the same game? Is it a new game? You never tell me anything. And Chuck, you working from home today? Drinking a cold scotch. Hold on, I'm going to try to mispronounce the name again. So we got 4 paid. Your Decel Savon. Maybe I just call you. Offered to sit and chat with you. Actually, Daniel, no, you're wrong. I answered you within seconds of that, or minutes, something like that. And I go look on Discord, dork. Turn it into a studio, like a studio apartment, and you're being kicked out? What's going on there? Let's see here, Daniel. I've got my Discord up right now, where at 9:56, you said, Travis, if you want to chat about D&D, I'm free. And at 10:02, I said, I have no open schedule. I work Fridays. So there you go. Recording studio. What are you going to record? Are you going to do your boy band plan? And by the way, welcome to all the new followers. Feel free to jump in and chat. We are friendly to trolls if you'll play along and have a good time with us. If you're just somebody looking to hang out. BBC, I know what that means. It's not just a channel in the UK either.
Oh my god.
Apparently FIFA can only say things related to daddy, poppy, pappy, poo-poo. Okay. What else do we have here? I guess I could set up the drink now. Which, by the way, if you do subscribe, and don't forget you can subscribe via Amazon Prime. No cost to you. Gives me a few bucks. I write your name on a cigar band and put it here in my glass brick that I throw at people that annoy me. So there we go. Found a co-host for your new show. It's the beer show. See, if you had said, if you wanted to talk about the beer show, that we might have been able to. Bring Andre BBC in here. So, now we know what Slob is into. Slob likes a little BBC and wants to see it every chance they can. And as for you, Jay, yeah, if you're looking for a sugar daddy, you came to the wrong broke-ass motherfucker. If you look below, you'll see all kinds of shit. You're going to see merchandise I'm trying to sell, tips, Patreon, a wish list. I am begging for scraps here. You want something more than a friendly tone and a little harassment? You came to the wrong place. On the other hand, if you want to be my sugar daddy, you ain't getting any sex out of it, but man, send me some shit. You trolling ass motherfucker. Play a game? Not a game stream. Did you read shit on this? Chill streamer, variety streamer, positively, IRL. What game do you see in there? I got a game. It's called Head Game. Look at that. I love how you started that out. You just sells Avon. That is the perfect way to capitalize your name so I can tell what the fuck it is. Thank you. Hold on, I got an email from work. I think I got my shirt. I think I got this. I'll ask again tomorrow, though. But, oh, indeed I am a dirty motherfucker. But
Martha.
Oh, Martha fucker. I fuck a Martha. Can you put an R in there and make it Mothra? Because then I could go like all Godzilla porn on that giant moth and just be like, Say my name proper then, for fuck's sake. Oh my god, what are you, deaf and a fucking idiot? You're the Cells Avon. There you go, you got it? Did you hear it that time? You need your hearing aid? Are you like beyond my generation? Or are you the younger generation that's just a dumbass on top of being stupid? I like you guys. I appreciate you showing up. Let me get a whiskey glass if I might have to deal with you shit. This is just like babysitting, except I could treat you how I want instead of the way that society dictates you treat kids. Yes, I'm going to draw. I'm busy setting up my interesting harassment stuff. Oh, is that what you like to eat? So you like it both ways, frontwards and backwards? That's good of you. Just grab the tablet to set it up. The Huion 160 Pro. It's so cute that I got the children in here playing. Let's see here. Do this here. Make a little bit of room for my drawing. Can you guys hear the music at all? A little bit? That's all I need. Just when I shut the hell up for a minute, you guys can have a little bit of sound. Oh. Yeah, you know what? I should do that. We're going to do a shout out here. Maybe I shouldn't right now. Give you guys bait of other places. We'll go ahead and do it. So this here is where I'm at. 8 o'clock tonight. running a game. Hey, it's a game. But it's not the kind of game you're used to. It's a tabletop role-playing game. Old school. What?
How are you supposed to draw the British broadcast system?
You know what? Do not pick on the slob. The slob just has no other way to get their porn. Yeah, they don't know how to capitalize. So it's supposed to be spicy slob and then ERT. I don't know. Isn't that a kind of monitor from the 90s? Let's work this out. Slob, you're okay, man. I was serious when I said if you come in here to troll, come in to play and have a good time and go back and forth. And we'll have a good time. If you're just an idiot and an ass, then, yeah. You ain't got shit on me. But I will shit on you, motherfucker! Okay. Couple questions here. Is that my wife or sister that you fuck? And I don't know. Did I fuck your sister, guys? Are you trying to get a date for your sister? Is that what you're trying to do? I'm pretty picky. I mean, they've got to be smart, beautiful, intelligent, funny, laid back. Especially when having sex, I like them when they lay back. So, you know, this is why I don't screw most of your moms anymore, because those are some stupid-ass bitches who raise some stupid-ass children. It's now Avon, which is a beautiful name. So I'm guessing it's because after you say all this stupid shit, you got to make up with a lot of people. Your mom's dead? Yeah. And I still fucked her after she died. It was better smelling than when she was alive. That's for fucking sure. So anyhow, Avon there. As for the sister thing, well, that's a fantasy I can work in if that's what everybody wants to do. But I sure the hell wouldn't fuck my own sisters. God, they are some nasty motherfuckers. It's, you know. And Slob, I don't get the "cuz I'll rob her" comment. You'll rob her. Like you'll come over here and you'll take her wallet? It doesn't even make any sense. It's you know, Daniel, I don't mind. Because like I said, I've had other people pop in here trolling. And I play back, they play back, we have a good time. They come around and have a good time. Jay? No. I ain't tying you down. I've done that, been there. I've got a t-shirt, a pin, and a black vest to go with it. I don't do that anymore. I'll be damned if I'm taking that long to do that much work so somebody can lay there and get all the bonuses. Just not happening. You want to play with knots? Join the Boy Scouts. Oh, no, they take gays now. It's okay. So is the FIFA, is that like a soccer reference? So let's see here. Okay. What was I doing? I was coming over here for something, then I totally forgot. You guys are very distracting. Pros and cons on that one, but kudos. Okay, yeah, I don't remember what I was going to do. I was going to do something with... I appreciate it, Jay. And Slob, like I said, this is what I tried to tell you when you guys first walk in. If you come in here... your mother's still dead? You sure she just didn't fake her death to get the fuck away from your dumb ass? Funny cunt. Can you imagine a funny cunt? That's like getting a big old nice juicy pussy and it's got a clown nose and a fucking wig. And just did its pubes up into a fro. That's what your mom used to do before she was dead. Anyhow, that's what I'm telling you guys. You come in and you have a good time. We're going to be able to play together. You control, I can harass you. We have a laugh. On the other hand, if you come in here and just say stupid shit and don't play along, I got no use for you. So, there's the rules. Have a good time with it. We're an adult channel, and I can handle little people who can't even capitalize or punctuate. It's all good. Level of intelligence is shown by that most basic thing. And I guess I'm going to, until I figure out what the hell else I forgot. Slob, you're doing pretty good. And actually, all of you are doing okay in general. But it doesn't mean I'm not going to harass you, especially if you look like you're taking shit personally, because that's when the troll really comes out in all of us, isn't it? When you say some stupid-ass shit, and then somebody takes it personal and gets all twisted up in knots, that's when you're like, look, I've got a bigger target now. So, Good, thank God. I don't know which part you're thanking God for. Is it the dead mother or is it the clown pussy? Oh, you know what? You thank God for whatever you like to roleplay. I do too, but I do it in tabletop games. If you're talking about sex games, I've done that too, and I guess it's just a change of pace. That's all. If you normally like comedy movies, every once in a while you want a drama, or vice versa, and that's the same thing with role playing in the bedroom. Bottom line, you still gotta love the one you're with and find them sexy. Otherwise, that role playing ain't gonna save shit for you. Stepped away to make a miter and cheese sandwich. Forgot the cheese until I already cut it in half. Come on, Ian, that's an easy solution. You just fold the cheese in half and insert it on each side. Avon, I draw. Okay, this is under a pen name. No, that's my joke book. I'm an author. The books are down below. But one book I wrote under a pen name because I didn't want it under my one I normally write sci-fi and stuff with. Let's see. Let me pull this up so I can see where my camera is. So, Drowning Kittens for Fun and Profit. 100 of the worst money-making ideas. Now, by the way, let me point out the top name right here. That's my pen name. Read that out loud. Ada Dickey. Ada Dickey, guys. Ada Dickey. Now, if you find that name funny because it's a dick joke, that's my mother's birth name. Ada Dickey. God's honest truth right there. And no, I don't use the name for the password secret questions. My mother's name is a dick joke. She went by her middle name her whole life. And married very early to get rid of that last name. But it's possible, Spicy. My mother was a bit of a whore. Married 5 times and lots of dating. Okay, so this is a book that I actually illustrated. Now, this is like inappropriate jobs. So here's live animal slippers. So you can see I can draw well enough that you can kind of figure out what it is. Let me get another one here. Korean dog washer and chef in the mobile truck where, it could wash your animal or it could cook it up for the neighbor. So this was actually all done with a Sharpie on a piece of paper and then scanned in. So this wasn't using a program at all. See, Panna Pornographer? Five times she must be like a black hole. Really? To get married 5 times she must be like a black hole? Really? Because, we don't all know chicks that have been laid by 15 different men in the past 3 years. By the way, that shit shrinks back to its original size. Just to give you a quick biology lesson. So anyhow, you get the idea. It was cheap crap art done on purpose in that style because it represented the humor well. Now, I do have children's books out there, which I gave my last one away, the last physical copy I had in the house, called My Bunny is a Zombie. Jay, you're welcome to. She's somewhere in Tennessee with my redneck sister and literally her 7 children. And, yeah. She's also in a wheelchair and a paraplegic now, but it's been a decade or two since she's had some action. I think she'd be up to it. I'm just saying. But you're going to have to buy her something because she's always been that way. Kevin introduced my mom to a new Brit swear word. She used it. Which one, Ian? Definitely as wide as my room. A dildo. How many babies did my mother have or my sister? My mother had 4. And though she liked to tell us it was only by 2 different men, I'm pretty sure we all 4 had different fathers. I'll make it 8. It'll get her back on her feet. What? Okay, I'm going to try to translate this shit without punctuation, capitalization, or proper grammar. I'm thinking kunk. That's cool. What is a kunk? I can guess what kunk is. I probably get it wrong. That's good, Ian. Okay, Jay, what do we got here? I'll make it 8. Are you saying 8 inches and it'll get her back on her feet? Because if 8 inches all you got, you're being put to shame. I'm pretty sure, my mother there is yeah. I don't think you're going to impress her. Just saying. Okay. So yeah, today I'm looking to draw for my children's books, but something else I wanted to do. That's what the hell I was trying to do. The subscriber badges. So let me pop over here to settings and subscription names. Where the hell do I find this shit again? You know what, I bet you it's over here under this settings. Their stuff is not intuitive, that's for damn sure. Twitch Prime, videos, yes, mature content channel rules. Guys, I'll read your comments in a minute, bear with me. Loyalty badges, there we go. So we've got a base here, 18 by 18. Let's check this out. Really, they made them even smaller. 1836-72. Really? Okay. Now let's do this in the program that I know what I'm working with. Let's see here, as opposed to the new one that I'm learning to do the kids' books. I guess I could pull this over to... Let's grab this. There we go. He will make it 8 kids and get her back on her feet. Chuck, the hell, dude? That is not going to get her back on her feet. She is a lazy motherfucker. The more kids she has, the less she stood up. Now, Ian says a combination of the term dick and cunt, unisex slur to any person who happens to be of annoyance or just plain bitch. However, kunk can be used as a term of endearment to close friends, family, or acquaintances. That is a very, very multifunctional word there, Ian. I don't know if I'll be lovingly staring into Andrea's eyes anytime soon and telling her what a sweet little kunk she is. I don't know how well that'll work out. It might be the last thing I say, is what she mutters from the other room, which I assume that means she'll be smothering me in kisses and I won't be able to talk. I don't have time to watch a video right now. Not with my stream width. We're losing viewers faster than my virginity. Unlock year 2 to 8 badges when you become a partner. So I actually need to plan in... Okay. So let's do 72. Let's start with that. Let me see if I can do this here. We'll just knock that over to there. Now my art program. Got this. Let's layer it down to resize. Take it to 72 by 72. That's what it was, right? Let's double check that. Yes, 72 by 72, then 36 and 18. So it's just cutting in half each time. So there's 72. Go save this shit as there we go. Doom, 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 doom. Okay, let's take that back to the original and resize it down to 36. And go save this as 36. At 36. I think our new friends got bored and are wandering off. And then 18. So let's flip this back to the original. And then resize it down to 18. Yeah. That shit is teeny. Okay. Hey, Jay is still here. Give me a second, Jay. I'll check and see what you rambled on about. First, I'm going to do this. So, why don't I just put them both on the same side? I appreciate it, Jay. What are you drinking today? You had a bottle of nipple milk, or you got something else? You wearing diapers? What are you doing today? I guess you'll be going back to school soon, so you won't be able to harass streamers in the middle of the day anymore. Are you in grade 3 yet? There we go. Save that. Weed, dude. Well, I could do it to you at certain times too. Okay, let's go to the 3-month badge. Go here. So with the 3-month badge, basically I want to change its colors. I want to go silver, or on bronze, silver, gold. I don't think this program is going to work for that. I don't think it's going to give me the metallic shades I want. So let me go ahead and check out Krita. And I guess at this point in time, if I'm going to go all out here, then I can pop this back over here. Grab this, drop it here. Let's throw these over here. Okay. Got the layers, colors and history. You're 20. Big boy. Good for you. Glad you made it that far, right? Advanced color selector. So if I'm in this one here, you know what I could do is I can go grab things with the right color offline, throw it in the same program, grab it with the color selecting tool. I think that's what I'm going to end up having to do. Thank you, Avon. I appreciate that. It's I didn't clean it up too much today because I'm just sitting here doing this, hanging out with you guys. I didn't think I needed to be all that pretty today. I lit my cigar, totally let it go out. And by the way, Avon, I have a whole video on YouTube how to grow one if you're a dude or a chick that wants to grow one. I am going through the water today, though. Hydrate early, drink late. Okay. So I want to go here. See, I can start with that. That's fine. Link me that shit. Give me a second. Let me go grab it for you, man. Yeah, hold on. Let's spell that shit right. Now, here's the whole channel. Okay, I'm going to start with the whole channel, which, by the way, is just below the video screen. You'll see the YouTube thing. Let me go find specifically that one for you. I do it in playlists. I utilize those to organize videos because you got a lot of the old shows here. Some, you know,
Talk of the Tavern. I'm Travis.
I'm very smart, wisdom type crap, and then some really stupid videos that I do in grocery stores or my cat videos. So, yeah, if you go play on that, there's a lot of content. I think I got 600 or 700 videos up there because I'm consistent. Also about pipes and cigars. What was I looking for? Maybe that's under the How to Be a Gentleman. Let's go see. Don't play. There we go. Tips on growing a handlebar mustache. Then I also have one on how to wax that mustache. Let me grab you both. And of course, if you follow the channel, then you know you can go look it up if you want. Just like I said, use the playlists. I really chop it up so people can find shit easier because, yeah. There's the one, how to grow it. Give me a second, Ian. I will respond to yours there.
Hey there, I'm Travis.
Look, it's talking to us. Shh, stop talking, Travis. There you go. First one is how to grow it. Second one, how to wax it. Ian, we're both working on the drawing thing, bub. Only I'm working on a paper-prop reporter credentials for covering international Rotarian events. I covered some of those events down here as a reporter. I have 2 reporter badges, one for the paper, or series of papers I worked for, and the other one for Talk of the Tavern, because I do get into events as Talk of the Tavern as press. So yeah, let me see how it comes out. I usually end up doing all mine on the computer and then printing it out. But damn it, I got a really nice like laser printer. And when I went from Windows 10, apparently the firmware was outdated. That's right, kids. I said firmware. So now I've got to go back to a Windows 7 machine to update the firmware so this can be compatible with my Windows 10. So I got to find some motherfucker with Windows 7 installed. Hi. See? Cat videos. There's a reason. Don't walk on that. Don't walk on that. You don't get to walk on that. Damn you, cat. Okay. Right. Okay. In the same playlist, there's also, you know, using a hanky properly, folding pocket squares, hat etiquette, why bother dressing up. That's just that one. Okay, so I'm going to go look up the color bronze. Go find a version of bronze I like under images. That's shiny. Let's go with the color copper. Get some images for that. See, the problem is copper and bronze looks a lot alike. I like this song. Dun, dun. Berkey Turkey! Your name was one I saw earlier that I liked, and I wasn't going to call you out of hiding. It's Berkey Turkey. I just like the name. And then the color gold. I guess what I can do here for you guys is at this point in time, let me grab my... We'll pop over here to this view, so it makes me smaller and you get to see what I'm messing around with. I've got the two different programs I'm working with, which will see how it does. If I grab the wand, slap it here, looks like everything's covered pretty good. Yeah, bud, you're welcome. And bear with me, I'm going between windows, so I might not see the chat real quick. Be patient if I don't answer you. If you get impatient, well, just wet your pants and leave the room till you're done. Okay, I like this for the gold. I want this for the gold, so let's go ahead and grab that, and we'll do gold first, because why not? So let's throw that image down. And let's call that gold. Bang. Okay, we got that. Now, give me a copper. See, I feel like I want the bronze to be more yellow. That way the copper is more red. Yeah, I think that's how it's going to have to be. Instead of bronze, go with brass. That's what I want. Let's make it brass instead of bronze. Nope. I'm going back over here to this one. I like that picture best. That was up here, wasn't it? Yep, we're gonna go with that one. Do. Now the names are gone? You whores. Go with that. Might be on a clear background, and that's a, yeah, that's what it is. It's got to be on white because it's black print, I bet. Okay, let's see what we got here to mess with. Let's grab these three and throw them right up into the one that I know what I'm doing in. Yeah, see, the words are there now. So yeah, what I'm thinking here, and these are for the subscriber badges, which, guys, don't forget, if you're Amazon Prime, you can subscribe, no cost to you. Gives me a couple bucks, helps me out. So we could, I like the more crisp copper that's up. I've got that hidden, you guys can't see that. I like this copper better than the copper that's in the upper left here. And I'm more prone to go with the cartridge brass in the lower left here, and then go with that for the gold. Then again, nope, we're going with that one. Okay, so let's grab, where's my eyedropper? There we go, grab that. Back over here, flood fill, that shit. Interesting. Okay. Let's do this here. I also feel like maybe I need to turn that white lettering into black. Yeah, I think so. Ah, that didn't work. Undo that shit. Come back over here to Magic Wand World and fill that way again. There we go. Bang. Bang. So, Berkey Lurkey, or Lurkey Turkey. Damn it, I'm bad at this. Berkey Turkey. That's not what I wanted. What are you drinking today? What's in your glass? There we go. Let's start with that. Now, let's see about doing a little color switch here. Popping back to black. Let's do this. Boom. Boom. Okay. Let's do some fill here. That's not what I wanted. Why did it not get black? There we go. Well, that didn't work at all, did it? I think this is a better idea. It's going to show up better. Maybe. It's kind of bleeding out there, isn't it? Let's see here. Well, that didn't work. Yeah, we could be over here to wand proportions. Now that we've got that, it's not doing it so good. Okay, back to wand. Hit finish. The magic wand ain't working so good in this case, is it? Okay, guess we do this the old-fashioned way with a paintbrush. Gonna need a brush with... What about line drawing? Where's the fucking lines? Let's start with that. I feel like maybe that line's a little too wide. Do we need to go down to a 1? We are working on a smaller picture, yep. Let's do a 1 then. It's incredible when you get it down to just pixels that you're playing with. I feel like I'm back in the late 80s. My tablet making noise up there. Let's see here. There we go. Okay. Let me zoom this out a little bit and see how we're looking. I might be able to live with that. I don't know. It's not that great. But I'm not a graphic design guy either. So. You want to see it small? I say that to all the ladies. See it? See it? See it? Let's put it up there until I get something better. I say that to all the ladies too.
Wow.
What was I doing? 18, 36, and 72, right? So let's start with 72. And give it an OK. Still, we need some more information here. Give me my bang. Okay. So this is 3 month, which 3 month sub. Bronze. $72 by 72. Take the extra 8 off. Okay, let's throw that there. Click that OK. Let's take that resize off. Redo the resize to 36 by 36. We're good there. Let's go ahead and throw a save into here. 36 by 36. Save. Undo. Image. Resize. 18. It's going to be like this. Bink. Yeah, you can't tell shit about what it is. Thanks, Twitch. Do 18 by 18. Okay. So now, where's my history? Just taking it back. You know, I've got an easier way to do this. Here, bring this all the way to here. Okay, let's finish this, because now we're going to go for copper. So you know what? If we've got to flip it like this, let's take adjustments, invert colors. Little bit better. I don't feel like it inverted all the colors. Okay, let's undo that. Go back to open image. Now invert colors. There we go. Okay, now which copper? The upper left? I like the more reddish copper, I think. So let's grab my dropper, pick that color, come back here. What's flood fill do? It didn't do shit because I forgot to put it on flood fill. Not a bad start. Let's bring that up a little bit more. Flood fill that. You know, I'm going to leave that like that. Leave that like that. This, though, on the other hand, you know what? I think we're good. Just like that. That's a little quicker and easier there, wasn't it? So let's bring that back down to a... Stick with that. Again. So resize it. The largest we want is 72. Save as. What are we looking at here? This is going to be the 6 month. Copper. 72 by 72. Call that good. Ian, I think we bored all our little friends and they wandered off. We were doing okay for numbers there for a bit. Yeah, it looks like we got, well, I don't know who's still here. It's, I know we probably got Daniel, Ian, and Chuck. Which really, that's the important ones, isn't it? Right, what was my next reverse? No, bring it forward. Image, resize it. We're going to go to 36. We're going to go to a save as. Knock it down to 36 by 36, not 336, please. Knock that back. Image, resize down to 18. Bang. Save as 18 by 18. Okay, got that. Get my eyedropper, grab a color. Back to this one. Let's undo it a little bit. Back to here. My badge won't reflect until my subscription renews since I changed names. Really? Twitch has weird shit like that when you change names. You lose certain shit. In art and process isn't very exciting for in a two-dimensional medium. It isn't. It's the chit-chat that goes with it. But I think they had their fun. They realized they weren't upsetting anyone. You know, they gave kudos for playing along and bailed. I think that's basically it. Is that the gold? I guess that's the gold. doink, doink, doink. Really lose the lines though when I did that last one. Maybe I can go in there and white that up a little. Hello, cuttlefish. Yeah, can't you have it up here? I'm working. I want to light my cigar again, but I'm so busy working that there's fish. No. Okay. I wonder. I need to outline all these. You know what? Keep it simple. So, let's call this done. Just because I do have other shit I want to do today. But yeah, black outline on that would be nice. The white inner line would be nice, but yeah, I'm only doing so much. Perhaps I'm lazy. There's a reason I'm not a graphic design artist. Because I'm a lazy motherfucker. I think we got our evening rain coming in here soon. Okay. So we got that. And this one here is the year. 1 year. So let's do that. Hoping to get partner soon. You know what? I got Chuck and I got Ian here. You guys are good. And Daniel, you guys would be good for bouncing this off. So something I've been looking at, guys, is Andrea and I discuss it often. And we feel a lot of retailers or product people aim for the wrong audience. They aim for your young, hipper, trendy crowd. Instead of aiming for, and I'm using a loose thing here, this can apply a little younger or whatever, but the 40-something and up, who basically their kids are grown, getting out of the house, they're spending more money on themselves, they're established in their jobs, and they're looking for stuff to spend their money on, to enjoy life. And I'm thinking we need to target that audience, because let's face it, look at most of our viewers. We're in that age range. We're drawing our peers. Not like in the way I'm drawing today, but you know. Hold on, let me save this before I get to rambling too much. Okay. 1 year. 1 year sub. Gold. 72 by 72. There we go. Okay, unresize. And the reason I've been reversing the resize and then doing it from the original is it degrades each time you do it if you don't reset it back to the original. So, something I noticed once made a huge difference. 36 by 36. Okay. Undo, image, resize, 18. So there we go. Save as 18 by 18. There we go. Good to go. Can shut those down. Now, let's come over here and upload my loyalty badges. So this is over here. Damned if I remember how I got to it. Dashboard settings, revenue, subscription, badges. So not intuitive. Okay, 3 months. Badger, badger, badger. You got it. Yeah, I don't know. When I was just talking about I need to aim for my peer group for the audience, I feel like this is something a lot of companies, products, etc. don't even look at. They don't even consider it. But folks who are 40 plus years old, their kids are almost grown or are grown. They're leaving the house, the kids, not the adults. But basically they're looking for things to spend their money on. And they also have established jobs and whatnot. So I'm thinking for Talk of the Tavern, we need to consider... Those are not different enough. I will redo these, but just not today. So there we go. Yeah, the bronze and the gold are not different enough. Oh well. I'll have somebody do it real and pretty and make it metallic, and then you'll never be able to tell because it's this teeny little fucking thing anyway. But there, when you can see the base 3 months, 6 month, 1 year. And at this point in time, if I come over to bang, bada bing, and let me refresh this page, do a hard refresh so it changes the cookies. Now I've got to get you guys to say something. Ian, Chuck, Daniel, Win, please all just type something, even if it's just 2 letters, so I can see if the new icons came up on your names. I sure would appreciate that. Thank you. No. Oh, well, you're not subscribed. Chuck, you said you're subscribed? Chuck, here's the thought. They got 3 more icons that I have to create once I'm a partner. Okay. Daniel, you are subscribed. It shows the Talk of the Tavern. And Chuck, yeah, it might take a bit to reset under yours until your next resubscribe. Make the 1 year platinum. Everyone has gold. Do it steampunk where the log looks older and tarnished. Chuck, can't do that much detail. These things at their largest is 72 by 72. And what's showing on your screen right now is probably maybe the 32 by 32, but maybe the 1818. So making it too detailed is a waste of time. That's the bottom line. Otherwise, yeah, absolutely, I agree with you. Throwing some detail in there and making it pretty and all that is a great way to go. So, okay, now I guess I can just doodle for the next hour and a half. And I don't think this works well under paint.net. Okay, got my tablet stuff up there. So there we go. I guess I'm going to use Critic because Critic it's what I have to learn how to use anyway. You know what I could do, guys, is just not worry about the words on the logo because they're illegible anyway at that size. Instead, maybe just do them in the shape of the tavern sign, straight color. Just do it that way. Keep it ultimately simple. But again, a task for another day. I kind of did the task. I don't want to go back and redo it right this very moment. So, Critta, let's dance, bitch. Wait, create from what? Comic template. Design template. Oh, kitty. Hi, goblin. Something else I feel like I need to do. I feel like I need to bring in my other table and put it here so my cats can come hang out with me. You know, I think we're just going to go with this. Just need some... Oh, wait, you know what? That's... Here, shut that shit down. No. I don't know why purple is the default. Let's make it one layer to start. Let's make it absolute white to start. I think that's, yeah, that's all white. Image background opacity is okay. I have one table for my cats, but maybe I should just bring in the other and just use that. When we still had elderly cats, my husband built a special ramp so they could climb up and be on our desk with it. See, I do shit like that too. It's, yeah, in our bedroom, the windowsills are pretty high, probably 3.5, 4 feet off the ground. And yeah, we have an elderly cat, and we made sure she's got surfaces that she can easily jump to get up there. Daniel, thinking of doing 3 hours of Marvel tonight. Daniel, have not spoken to all the players, so I will not make changes like that without everybody's consent. And with Elizabeth in particular tonight, with her being here in Virginia at her parents', I know she is playing, but it doesn't necessarily mean that she wants to play extra. But I am open to it. My buddy who I talked to last week on the show, he popped back in after being gone for 6 or 7 years, or we hadn't spoken for 6 or 7 years. And he texted me, or I texted him on his old phone. He texted me from his new phone. This damn message has sent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He has sent me the same message 5 different times. There's some kind of glitch loop. Probably as he goes in and out of range, it's automatically sending and not tracking that it had already sent it. Okay. So didn't know she was at her father's place. Yeah. This was discussed. Guess it was Monday night after you went to get your steak. It might have been discussed. I do want to say it was on air, I believe. So, so there's that. Hold on, did I need to check anything else? I've got a thing here from It's Wood on Discord about how, yeah, I answered. So it's a possibility, Daniel, if everybody's up to it. I know Andrea and I are okay with it. We wanted to try the 2 hours in the beginning, but with the superhero, it's actually a lot easier to keep those around 2 hours than the other games. The other games seem to demand a little more because the pacing is different. Star Wars less so than Tuesday nights. It's I think it's a good possibility, Daniel. But we'll check with. I think John's going to be good with it. Millington, you here right now? M10. I don't know if he knows the discussion. I don't think he might have been on last night. I don't remember. But I had a lot planned for last night, and it's amazing how 3 rooms and 1 combat with centipedes can take 2 hours. Fucking amazing. Okay, I guess it's time to doodle. That else, it's time to go get a table for the cats to lay on. Not like I have headsets. Let me do this real quick. This is me goofing off instead of working. finding reasons not to be to workins. Like to pet a kitty on the chin. I don't know, can you guys even see that? What's visible? I don't know. Okay. Oh. See, Andrea got a really cool chair from one of her viewers. I have an old office chair with a body pillow on it for a pad. One day I'll have the big boy chair. One day. Toby says, stopping by your stream for a little bit. Is my goofing off break from annoying workday so far? What's been going on that's annoying your workday? You want to bitch about it? I'll listen. So, yeah, this is... See, I don't want to actually have to do the art for these books. But, whether it's me or whether it's them, I have a hard time finding the right artist for projects. And usually it's not their talent. The talent is definitely there. Just schedule issues, that kind of thing. So because of that, also because I have a limited budget and I can't pay what they're worth paying, which is what they're asking for. They're probably actually asking for less than what they're worth. Most of us creative folks have that issue. But yeah, I just decided to go ahead and just learn and do it myself, which on one hand, I thought about just doing it on paper and scanning it in again, like I did for Drowning Kittens. But hey Andrea, are you listening? Do you want another TV table? Go. Take this and run it over sideways. Kitties. There we go. That's easy enough to walk around and roll around and all that. Stupid supplier tactics, Amazon Autobots, putting some of my products in timeout. Gotcha. So nothing you can necessarily control, just other people doing what other people are doing. Win, did you see the new stuff coming up for, and I guess it doesn't apply a lot to you, it applies a lot to me. Twitch is making a few changes and picked up a shipment of other things. I've been shrink wrapping and a haunt garage, all it. Come on in. Water, rehydrate. There are Twitch changes coming up, guys. Nothing too severe that you guys need to worry about in the sense of the viewers. But for us who stream, specifically for me, it mentions they're removing the creative and IRL type. So for example, when you have a game, it goes, hey, here's the game that you're playing. And it shows you that. See, it is still only showing me as I have 11 subscribers. And I know for a fact, you see my thing says 12 because I had 11, had somebody else subscribe. I wonder if they're just resubscribing. It's not actually upping my... It's probably what it is. So anyhow, like I said, I was changing it. If you look below, you'll see I have IRL just underneath drinking and drawing. They're taking the IRL away, and they're taking the creative away, which is what a lot of your singers, painters, drawers, artists... Chuck, what are you talking about? It might be me. With the subscribe thing? Well, it's saying I have one less instead of one more. But I know Daniel re-upped today. Somebody else re-upped yesterday. And I had assumed that meant, because I had 13 last week, 11 this week, and those were the two that kind of re-upped. But it's only showing 11 when I go check my dashboard. But sometimes Twitch doesn't update like it should. It doesn't update like a goddamn computer. It updates like a person is going in there and poking a button. You're okay, man. I'm not too worried about it. I put the numbers up there so other people can see it and hopefully encourage them. But actually, when you're under 100 subscribers, I don't know if it helps at all. This all relates to target audience that I was mentioning earlier with the whole get rid of IRL and creative. When you'll understand, they're replacing it with 10 other things. So talk shows and podcasts, painting. Let me see if I can pop over here to my history and pull up the article again. That's all before that. Loyalty badges, revenue settings. A discrete janitors. What in the hell? It doesn't matter. Flip back. Okay, let's check these two. Okay, adding tags to Twitch, so they're removing communities and instead you'll be able to add tags, which is more sensible. More people use them, they understand it, and communities basically were failing in the sense that you couldn't subdivide once you were searching the community. It just gave you the list of 18,000 people in this community or whatever. Okay, now where is... Hold on just a second. I'm looking for the other thing. Add Twitch tags. Okay, there we go. I got it. And I guess I could drop you the link so you could look over it. Like I said, I don't think it really applies to you because you actually have a game that you're playing. Yeah, the communities never did anything for me. I tried to make them do things for me, but they confused me. So giving me hashtags to... The way they're going to have it is they're adding 10 new streaming categories. Art, hobbies and crafts, food and drink, music and performing arts, beauty and body art, science and technology, just chatting, travel and outdoors, sports and fitness, tabletop RPGs, special events, talk shows and podcasts, and ASMR. You okay? You need help? Okay. So, this is going to... Basically, they took creative and IRL and broke it into smaller categories that will help people better figure out where they belong and define it better, etc. And then the categories being removed and being replaced with hashtags... That is letting you further refine the search when somebody's looking for you. So, for example, today I might put... I wouldn't put talk show. Yesterday I would put talk show. But then I can add you'll have hashtags next to it. I don't know if they're going to limit it to 3. I hope they do limit it so people don't go put in 50 hashtags on there. But today... It might go under art because I'm supposed to be drawing. And then for my hashtags, maybe have Krita because that's the program I'm using. I was thinking of doing creative type streams in the fall. Tabletop will be great, but I don't hear that there's anything in the new categories for coding, which is one of the things I wanted to do. Yes, science and technology. Use this category when you're streaming activities like software development, game design, science experiments, engineering, or robotics. That should work for your coding, I would think. At least it's better than just creative. So, again, it's just better definition, refining the searches for people, and that's what the hashtags do. So if you're coding games, you might put video games or a specific game or apps or whatever hashtags they allow, and you can't just enter in any hashtag you want willy-nilly. They will have a limited list of hashtags that you can use, but streamers can suggest hashtags and they will consider them and add them into their database of hashtags if it's something they feel is relevant. So I think this is good news because, and like I was saying, and I keep saying it, I don't know why I keep saying it, but Win, Chuck, Daniel, I know you guys are here. Good, then a category plus appropriate hashtag will be nice. Exactly, it's refining. But I'm wondering if we do well with the 40 plus crowd, but the 40 plus crowd has a problem finding Twitch and figuring out how to view, etc. What's the best way for me to reach out to these folks? To target that audience without alienating other age groups, because of course everybody's welcome. But I feel like our generation on the computer, we're 1 foot in, 1 foot out. We still remember when there was no online and we had to go out to socialize, and not just to a faceless club, but to actual interactive. And not that they don't have these things now. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's a different attitude. We're becoming the old timers, and to help our peers step forward into the technological world and the socialization that's available online, where you can't go to a bar anymore and have a social interaction. You can't sit at the bar and bullshit with Johnny the bartender and the two regulars down there and talk about the new guy who showed up. But you can here. Daniel, that is solid advice. But I have been doing that for years. And I am still where I'm at. So that is advice I will continue to follow, that I have followed since 2012. But I need something more. And also, I wouldn't mind the show being able to stand on its own without having to worry about a guest. And if you go through, and I know you have a little bit, it's not a bad idea, Toey. Yeah, Daniel, what I was saying is I'd like the show to also be able to stand on its own without a guest. I don't want to have guests. I want guests, but I don't want them to be the crux of the show. The show is not about guests. Guests are like somebody who walk into the tavern to hang out for an afternoon. They're a bonus, not a regular. And if you go through Twitch, you'll see a lot of people maintain their channels with one person sitting there for 12 hours a day, and they build this amazing audience as they find like-minded people, similar ages, demographic, etc. Toey, what you said is I would like to say that Twitch itself needs to put itself out there to this demographic, maybe by increasing their advertising on more traditional media like TV. I agree, Toey, and here's what I want to do. I want to present the idea to them, and I want to be the vanguard of this movement. How do I contact him about that? I mean, besides going and clicking on the contact button on the Twitch main page where it goes to this huge pile, this slush pile. And I'm not asking for all the answers from you guys right this second. But if you mull this over and you have an epiphany, let me know. Let me know. Because I would... Yeah. We are the generation that invented geekdom. Kids have this concept that they're choosing fashions, creating and directing it, when it's actually being done by 50 to 70-year-olds who tell them what to wear. That's a great idea, Toey. Poke around, see who's running certain aspects of TwitchCon. That might get you in touch with a real person. My only hope then is that they're logical enough to look beyond the numbers of my channel. Because if they rely solely on what the numbers are, they're not even gonna give me a second glance. Because though I'm doing well comparatively, I'm not even partner yet. I don't even have the average viewership to get partnership yet. So, yeah, if they go strictly logic and follow, let me check the numbers before I bother to look beyond those, then, but it can't hurt to try. Burn some time and that's it. Oh, Otter. I'm also thinking about streaming longer hours. Looking through Twitch, I have... Oh, hello. Hello. I like that, Toey. Toey, and I thought about that because this is something I woke up thinking about this, and this was my topic of the morning with Andrea and in my own head as I prepared to get up. And actually what inspired it is here, this. Let me put this up on the screen. Squirrel. I saw this on Facebook and I posted it over to VIP, our Facebook group. And I went, hey, this is like Talk of the Tavern. Because I realize me being 46 currently, 47 later this year, I'm not that old. I use Fiverr to get new subscribers. You just have to hit everything you can use. Does it get you subscribers or followers? Because subscribers are paying money. And the bottom line is, I don't want to falsely flood my followers' numbers. That doesn't help me at all. It's a waste of time and money. The bottom line is, compared to my viewership compared to how many followers I have is actually very high if you grab the percentage. Subscribers pay me money though, and what I need to do to hit partner is I need an average of 75 viewers. That's an average, which means either 75 people watching all 3 hours every show, or 150 people that watch half the time. Whatever. Basically, I just need more numbers of viewership, of actual people, IPs, blah blah blah. But anyhow, I saw this, thought this is like Talk of the Tavern, and though I'm not necessarily all that old, I'm old to a 20-something. I'm young to, well, really, anybody even 5 years older than me says, oh, you're so young. Okay, calm your tits, you're young too then, shut up, old fucking bastard. And then I realize it's a mirror and I'm talking to myself and I probably need medication. So anyhow, yeah, and that's exactly it. But I think there's a certain age, Toey, where we hit it and that age line blurs. Now, there are certain very specific moments where that age line is as clear as day. But I can hang out with the 16-year-old. Don't make it creepy. I can hang out with the 16-year-old and have a good conversation, and the age line is just a vague thing that's barely there until we talk about what cartoons we watched as a kid or what music, or I make some geek reference about the Muppets and they're like, the who? I'm like, no, that's a band. So I'd like to think, and I could be wrong, when you and I are talking, very rarely does that age line come into focus, because it doesn't need to be. We've got broad enough spectrum. I find music, modern history. So anything 20 years before you're born kind of disappears, and the age line disappears with that. But I think modern history does it, music. And now, as music moves from, you specifically had radio and television as we were growing, and now it's all online, so that line is fuzzing out. And pop culture memes are a dividing line between my son and I. Videos included in those memes. So yeah, there's things that make it crisply come into view. But I think in general, if you're having a reasonable conversation or whatever, that age line, if it's always there for somebody, they're looking for it to be there and create a dividing line between them and other people. And I don't think you do that, but perhaps you do. Perhaps every time you hear me open my mouth, you think, God, he's so young. But I want to say Daniel is just 5 years older than me. He's, Daniel, you're 52, and you're like, oh, you're so young. And now, John Millington, he's nearly 70, and that 20 years difference can be significant. But then again, I see him sit here and have great conversations with people of every age. Anyhow, you guys have seen this picture. I thought about Talk of the Tavern, and that's when I realized those people at the table right there, that's our target audience. Okay. Yeah, Toei, just for everyone else, says, I only feel the gap between me and people who are under 30. See, and even for me, it varies. It depends what we're talking about. Okay. So there's that. I guess I should actually draw, huh? Fine. I'll draw. But yeah, keep that in mind. And Toei, I agree. Maybe we can get on the phone. Not today. They're not instituting this stuff till mid-September or so. But let's figure out, if a new person came to Twitch and wanted to look for something in their age group, they would not search for hashtag oldster streamers. Though it's a cool term, because it takes a really old term and a brand new term and puts them together. And I like it. But we need to figure out, what would they search for? What would be a viable hashtag that would be functional and intuitive? Because that's the thing about attracting older people. We have this image in our head of computers being intuitive and easy to get around and use, and that's totally not the case. Okay. Kendra's in there giggling about something. I can never tell when she starts giggling if she's crying or laughing. The fuck? Nothing is coming up. You know what? Let's try. It will, when it definitely will, but I think we can do it. Block, circle, erasers. Let's go with ink. Now, looking at the pictures here, I want to say this one is what I want. I can't even draw a circle. See, this is where doing stuff like this comes in handy. So let's see what we got here. Hold on a second, I gotta pull open. By the way, Wynn, I don't know if it matters to you, but I went, and YouTube has, as you probably already know, a bunch of attribution-free music. I downloaded some, not only to put on my YouTube videos, but to use like right now. so it's not going to block out anything. When I get quiet and focused on what I'm doing, I want to be able to... What am I looking for here? Oh yeah, all the drawing shit I was doing. Did I put it in here? Do, do, boom, 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 boom. Hey, Matricula, thanks for the host. Appreciate that. Learning to illustrate. Yeah, it's because I wanted background music. If I'm going to be drawing, there's going to be times where I'm focused, or if I'm going to edit on air, I'm going to be focused on what I'm doing and not the chat. So I need basically I need something to fill the dead air. Especially if some of these shows are going on Radio Reel or White Party Radio. Oh. Got a herd of cats going past. So what else you got planned for tonight, Toey? What are you up to after this? Or before this is over, when you have to wander away here in a little bit. And Daniel, how's your office cleaning going? You getting that done? And are you setting it up as a... Chuck, the thong glove. That's so I don't get my other fingers dirty when we're together. No, it's for these drawing tablets. Hold on, let me pull up my screen so I can see what you see. Okay, so with this drawing tablet, and you use the pen, you wear the gloves so your fingers that are dragging across the surface here aren't leaving oils and marks all over it like it does across your phone screen. And I just realized I'm on that view instead of my browser view. So, Toey's still doing work crap, most likely. Desk is still a disaster. I also have to add some commands into my chat bot that my viewers requested. Reasonable. I imagine you're in general a very tidy person, though, Win. I imagine that you like things organized, but I could be totally wrong. You might be just a walking disaster. Haven't been to your place, don't know. Okay, so let's start messing with some stuff here. I don't know what's simple and what's not, so I'm just going to start with the first thing, which is going to be how to draw essentially a chibi Harlequin. Ah, I got you. I like organizing. It's in my blood. Apparently, as a child, I didn't put my toys up. I organized them. It is literally in my... But I'm not OCD. I can walk away and leave it behind and, you know, do it some other time. I just prefer it. You know what I realized is there's a second part to this. Oh, I can close that now. There's a second part to this Harley that I may not have downloaded. See, I'm about to organize this folder and name every damn image in it so it puts them in order for me. You know, I guess I don't need all the images, but I'm going to go get it anyway. Okay, let's go with how to draw cute Harley. There we go. Bang. Flop over here to images. God, that is See, they have one of them up here, and it's how to draw cute Harlequin Suicide Squad. So she's kind of adorable and chibi in the head, but then she's got the slut whore body, which I'm not complaining about. I'm just saying you don't want the head of a 5-year-old on a hooker body. Well, I don't. I don't know what you're into. But yeah, they're making her too curvaceous. You lose what's in translation at that point in time. Not healthy. Don't do that. Stop touching yourself there. Okay, I found the other image that I was looking for. Perspective is going to be hard. Angles on the heads are going to be hard for me. These are going to be the challenges that I got to deal with. Which one did I send you? Is it the rap old person? Okay. Oh, what'd I miss here? Or do you? I don't know which do you did you mean. You talk about like the OCD can walk away. Sounds like a conflict of interest, medically wrong. Who's going around swamping? Oh, with the get back to work. I like your new icons, by the way. Oh, did we do a shout out for you? Probably not, did we? Hold on, I got it. Ding. There we go. Go check out her channel, guys. I'm gonna go check out her emotes here. As you host Lady of Games and she's fishing. Okay, so there's your different ones. What is that second one? A beverage. So it is a teapot that's on fire. Man, if you can't make tea without lighting the pot on fire, Win, you got some issues. Watch out for that shit. Okay. Oh, here, Chuck. This is what I was talking about. Let me go show you here. Not what I wanted. Oh. And let's do this. Open image in new tab. Here. Chuck, click on that link. So there's Harley Quinn, and she's got the little chibi head, and then she's got the body of a hooker. And I realize some people like it, but no. Nope. I don't. I need to watch some chibi art, though. Maybe that's what I'll do on my lunch break at work on the weekends. I'll just watch videos. Okay. Well, thank you, Chuck. I did that by using the tool. I drew it by hand, and it was like this broken oval thing. It was amazing. So yeah, I decided to. You know what? I'm going to do this. Here's what I'm doing right now, guys. So bear with me. Because I'm going to do a Harley. But Harley 1. Hi. And then I gotta come down here to this one and rename it. You wanna come in?
No.
Okay.
I'm just
Okay. There we go. This will be Harley 2. There we go. Now they're in order. So when I bring them up on my screen like this, it's all good. Now the funny thing is I decided to start with Harley, and frankly Harley doesn't have a circle for a head. So, and that's something else. I want to go with things like, because what I'm doing is my puppy is a werewolf. So there's like this. It's a bit too real though. I want it.
Did you draw that?
No. No, that's not me. It's
Looks like a box.
It does. It's also a little too realistic and not cartoony enough for what I want. I actually want it more simplistic. Well, also don't put as much detail in the fur, you know. So that's what I'm looking at here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick one of these out, and I guess I should relate it to. That is not a cute kitten. That is an angry kitten. There's a Batman. See, it looks like I picked up the first half of most of these and not the second half of most of these. Apparently they wouldn't all fit onto one. So I need to work this out? Okay. Here's a squirrel. I can learn how to draw a squirrel. That's great. 70s and stuff, they're like, draw a really realistic head, add realistic details. Here's a curve for the back, now start adding more realistic shit. Yeah, that's not helping. Okay. So, let's do this. With this, I am curious, because in theory, I should be able to press harder. That's not what I want. I'm going to go back over here to pen. Yeah, it makes no difference how hard I'm pressing. And this is supposed to make a difference depending how hard you're pressing. I need a paint there or mask. Huh. Yeah, in theory, this doohickey here is supposed to have a certain amount of sensitivity, pressure. So the line's supposed to get thicker the harder I press, and that is just not happening if I barely touch the page. I barely touch the page. Or press super hard. It both comes out the same. Oh well, let's work with what we have, right? Which one is that? No, I'm good right now, thank you. Let me know how it is though. Very curious. Apparently I closed the thing that I was using. Do. That's what I wanted. Okay, let's do a tiger. Why not? So we're going to take this, make it big. See, that's too sharp of a... Yeah, it comes out very sharp. Don't get yourself in trouble, or me. Wow, those are some lopsided damn eyes. Let's come back over here and try that shit again. Don't laugh at my tarted tiger.
Oh, I thought it was like a chipmunk.
It can be. It'd be pretty easy to turn this into a chipmunk. You just take this here and doink, doink, doink.
Oh my god.
Doink,
That's a
doink,
beaver.
doink.
I'm gonna walk away now.
Chuck was asking about you.
What does he want to know?
He says, is that the dishwasher working? I hear working. Does she make sandwiches too?
Actually, I'm making steak and cheese sandwich right now.
Looks like a see-through dress. That's a zombiever right there.
Wow.
Okay, let's go back to...
Still looks like a see-through dress.
Shh. I'm working. You too. There we go. Okay. Let me take this. Well, that's weak. See, I think this one I need to go and press harder. That looks like a dick on his nose. I turned this into a badger all of a sudden. I cannot draw a damn straight line. The fuck? Okay, well, I know how to fix this in the sense that I can go like this and take it from here to here. I mean, I know how to do that. Just like the circles, I can go like this. That's a bit derpy. That's right, we don't need no stinking batters. Okay. See, I don't want too many. If I'm going to draw, I want to draw. I don't necessarily want too many beautiful, straight, smooth line. Lazy-eyed tiger, quiet down over there. See, and I can show. No, I can't show. Yeah. And we got the inside of the ears to do. That is one fucked up tiger. God damn. Now I gotta do these things here. Okay, so we've got that. Now, God damn it. I feel like I should have been maybe working on a bigger canvas here. Okay, let's get some other lines here. I'm going to go just outside of those jowls and bring that down. And bring that down. It's like I don't have a confident line drawing. Let me try to tilt my drawing surface here. Maybe that'll help. The fuck? By the way, this is not a new problem for me. Like, I have a certain image in my head, and it doesn't come out on the paper. This is why I've never been good at sport. Really, Jesus Christ. Nope, turning it, my head doesn't work that way. Because apparently I'm a little better at a horizontal line than I am at a vertical line. Amazing. So I could come back up here and poke this. I just made my thing smaller. And I can take this like this. I can do that. Matter of fact, if I wanted to, I can take... See, but that's a bit too stiff for me. Don't read too much into those statements, folks. And this is what I'm looking at here. See, I was hoping to do the sketch format here. And I do have an appointment with John Monday, so he can show me a few tidbits. Okay, let's go back to freeform drawing. Because that ain't a whole lot better. That is one stiff tigger. Put some whiskers on that bad boy. God, that is a crappy looking tiger. I just want to take some of those hard edges out of those lines. But this is why I write instead of draw, isn't it? Oh yeah, that doesn't work at all. Let's just leave that center part alone right now. Okay. Where is that tail coming from? I have a steadier hand using a Sharpie marker, and I'm wondering if it'd be better if I did all my stuff by hand and scanned it in like for my last book. Here's what I'm going to tell you, that is not an adorable critter. It also feels like it has no depth. I wonder if there is a sensitivity. Tablet settings. Okay, wait, what is this? Input. Pressure global curve. What the fuck just happened? Have a good one, Dan. Catch you later tonight. Yeah, guys, just working through some of this shit. I don't even know if any of you are still hanging out. I really feel like, yeah, I could sit here and mess with it, but it is not tight. It is not, it's all over the place. I mean, just drawing circles, I can sit here and I mean, I've never been a great circle drawer, but yeah, that's not quite the same. I think I need the tutorial on Krita and or the tablet first. So I've got that set up for Monday. So what I'm going to do here for the next 40 minutes, I'm going to sit here and chit-chat, which is good for the radio folks who listen on the radio, and perhaps horrible for the rest of you guys. So goodbye, Krita. No, I don't want to save you. Or frustrating. Let's pop back over here to this setting. And hang out. Okay. Got about 40 minutes anyway. I probably will want to eat before my John, I was just talking about you. Because between my tablet and Krita, it is not as going as smoothly as I had hoped. But glad to see you stalking, and I'll talk to you about that Monday when I show up there. I'm actually just turning that all off now. because I feel like the tutorial from you is going to, well, it's not going to hurt me, that's for sure, and it might well help before I get started to have a few basic things in mind. So, I'm going to wait till I have that before I move forward with this, because otherwise I'm going to end up going back to Sharpies and a white piece of paper and then coloring it in with fluorescent highlighters. Or at least doing the line art on paper, scanning in. Well, the big thing is I've got to have one that works with the tablet I have, and one thing is it's not setting up the pen pressure. So when you press harder, you get a wider, darker line versus sketchy lines. It's all the same no matter what. That's one thing, but that could be the tablet, not Krita. Okay. Hold on, got some messages coming in for... The fuck are you guys talking about over here? I see. This is the guy who missed a game last night. So. But yeah, John, I will listen to what you have to say, whatever it is, and be happy with it. It's worth listening. So, what are these? They all just decided to get busy chatting, and now I'm hungry. They are amusing. Okay, let me put that away. Tablet should be independent of program, but we'll talk about that maybe tonight. Also sent news sheet on Discord. Cool, I will check that out in a few minutes. Actually, I guess I could pull that up right now. For any of you that don't know, every Thursday night I run a game on the channel of Andrea Le Chat. That is a superhero game, and John plays in it, Daniel plays in it, so Max RPG and It's Wood Podcast are both in it, as well as Andrea and then Elizabeth, who is Pickle Lady, on Monday nights. Discord overlay now has text chat. Interesting. You know, I'm curious about the Discord overlay. You know what? There, I'm going to pop that up and watch it afterwards. Now let's go ahead and close. Oh, there's a lot of fucking things I did. Overlaid bugs. I think this is gaming overlays as opposed to Twitch overlays. There's a message over here on Toei's stream. Game schedule. I've got some stuff going in After Hours City Defenders. Just gonna open that link. Check and see if I have any direct messages from anyone. Nope, not really. Let's shut that down. Now let's see here. Hey John, if you're listening, yeah, there's some problems with your characters, like your numbers are incorrect. But we'll get to that in a little bit. So phasing, energy sheet. Yeah, I'll take a look at this again afterwards and just save it to my desktop. Ugh. This will allow me to. Where the hell did I just save it to? I don't know where to save to. Oh, there. Now I'm gonna pop. It put it into the folder where I've been saving everything else. So, where's John? There he is. There. Then we can put that in here. Open that up here. Yeah, you have remarkable of 60, and that should be 30. Agility of excellent. You have 40, that should be 20. So yeah, I'm not sure where those numbers came from, but we'll get you back to the right. Oh. And let's see what else we got down here. It looks like you removed powers, and I don't want to do that to you. I don't want to take away those powers. I just want to make sure we have them well defined. So whatever you don't have, we'll get it on there. You know what? I'm guessing those are like your dice rolls. Or something like that. But I don't know. We'll figure it out, man. No big deal. It'll be easier when we're actually on. Daniel did the same thing, which is understandable for Daniel because he had never played it. You should know better. But if like you, or like me, it's been years since you played with this game system, then yeah, it's understandable. No big deal, man. Easy to fix. No, late, You're easy to get along with. It's not like you give me shit when I'm like, hey, let's fix that. So, no sweat. Okay, so I have players listening and watching, don't I? So I shouldn't talk too much about tonight's game, but I now have a table of cats here next to me to share on the show. There's Goblin over here. Over here you can see a little bit of fluff of Giraffe. But yeah, there's Goblin. Mr. Body Otter. Over in the window behind me is Zazzle. Okay. So yeah, tonight I'm excited. What I decided to do with my players, for those of you still listening, watching, listen. I always say listening because I was on the radio, internet radio, for years. So to me, in my head, I have listeners instead of viewers. But on the other hand, it seems like the midday broadcast, quite often they are listeners instead of viewers because they're doing other things. Which, I get that. Anytime I'm watching a stream, I am always doing something else at the same time. I'm never just sitting there watching it. I can't sit down and do just one thing. There's an article with the overlay. Game overlay 101. Yeah, I'm going to check that out later. The Discord overlays. I need to know a little bit more about what's going on there. I guess I could talk to Dropsome or Steven and get some info for them. They probably know a bit. But what I've done with each of my games, we decided I wanted a cutoff point for each and every game. Largon, how are you, man? Good to see you. How's the cello? I know you got a new toy the other day, a foot pedal, I think it was. That was you, right? Am I thinking of somebody else? I do pop around to different places, so I could be mistaken. Bargain one. See, it was you. Whew. I didn't make an idiot of myself. Good to see. So you get a down pat? I was playing with a new art tablet today, and messing around. Nice, nice. Hey, do you play stand-up bass? Like some nice, blues stand-up bass? Can you do that stuff? I love that. I mean, I like cello too, which, by the way, one reason I was largely attracted to your channel in specific is because my son plays cello. I probably mentioned that at some point. But I wanted him to watch you as opposed to just me. I don't think he is. I think he's still watching Fortnite players instead of you or other people. Because I told him the more he does with it, the more I'll get him, but I'm not going to sit here and buy him stuff if he's not using it. I've got enough useless stuff. I don't need to pass it on. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry, buddy. Let me do a shout out here. You guys like some good music and good personality. Go check out Vargon. Cello, he'll set himself up looping and do 2 or 3 different things, and I've seen I'll tell him to let you know to specifically mention Talk of the Tavern, and at that point in time, he's 15, which means basically I feel like he's this far from being an adult, and you don't need to treat him like a child. Which means if you want to ignore him because you're busy, then ignore him. On the other hand, if you feel like asking him, if he has any questions and you want to tutor him for 10 minutes, so be it. Bottom line is, I appreciate him just seeing somebody doing this. See, in my generation, which I'm guessing you're kind of closer to my generation than my son's, you would have all these people all about educational learning. That's absolutely, that's life, right? But I would see all these people in band, orchestra, chorus, whatever, they get out of school and never do it again. They loved it in school. It was part of who they were. Then they never do it again. They don't go look for a jazz club. They don't look for a garage band. They don't sit on their front porch and just play whatever instrument they have, which I have beautiful memories from my childhood. 7, 8 years old, Florida. Windows are open. My neighbor directly across the street, an old man named Bob. He played, I want to say it might have been, it wasn't a flute, might have been a tin whistle, probably a recorder. And he would come out there in the evenings and sit in his carport and play the recorder for a half hour to an hour. So lulling, so soothing, so calming. It was beautiful. He didn't do anything fancy. He didn't play show tunes. He just went out there and did nothing I've heard of, at least at age 7. Maybe I'd recognize some of the tunes now. But I loved it. And he was at least doing something with this craft that he had. And that's the beauty of Twitch. I'm looking at it from a perspective of 30, 40 years ago. And going, hey, this is a way my son, who, if he's passionate about really almost anything when it comes to Twitch, yeah, he can continue it and have a good time with it and still do it. This is why, when I saw you playing cello and a few others playing other instruments, and I told him, go watch. I've told him to get on there with a brand new book. I have a violin. He doesn't play violin, he plays cello, but he likes violin. I said, get your brand new, I don't know how to play a damn note violin book. Put it on the stand with the camera on and play. Kennedy, wait, I was watching from the Czech Republic. Okay, you were watching an artist from the Czech Republic. You didn't make it over to the Czech Republic, is what you're saying. Gotcha. Yeah. Detaining, or I'm guessing autocorrect there, entertaining. Vargan says if he wants to watch a really fantastic cellist, you should go watch Mariko Cello. I think I follow that person too, but let me do this, buddy. I think I follow them too. Hi. What is that?
That's how big they are. Do you want one?
No, I'm good.
I made 4.
Oh, wow. I mean, and currently, Mariko Cello is hosting Chewy Melodies. So let's see. You know what? I'm just going to throw a quick follow up there. I will check that out later when they are on air. Bargain, I appreciate that, buddy. Okay. So yeah, I've told him grab the basic beginner's violin book, sit down not knowing how to play a note, and you know what? Stream for 2 hours, 5 hours, and practice that one book, which he, with his background in cello, I'm sure he'd rip through the book. But go do those ultra simplistic lessons for hours. And if he did this 2 hours a day, well, that's impressive. That's got to be a fun after party. And I'm not a big party guy. I don't go out and get drunk and dance and stuff like that. It's never been my thing. Even college years didn't do that. But I bet you, I mean, genuinely an interesting after party. But anyhow, yeah, I told him, go do this. People will watch. And the beauty part is, since he's 15, people will support him. It's that simple. Once you're past a certain age, people are like, welcome to adulthood. Get your shit done on your own because you're an adult. When you're a kid, they're like, oh, let's help him achieve dreams that I never went through and did on my own. So, I'm telling him, take advantage of what you have. Because I think that's part of life, is using your resources. Now, this is a bit controversial. If you're sensitive, are going to work with me here. Or run away quick, one of the two. If you're looking for a grant and you're a woman, take advantage of the fact that you're a woman for a small-owned business loan or grant from the government. If you're black, take advantage of that. If you're any kind of minority, use that to your advantage. These things are placed in the system, and there is nothing wrong with taking advantage of them. And that's what I'm telling him about his youth. At this moment, it looks like he's going to be, mainstream white straight male, so he's not going to have a lot of things besides general white privilege, for those that want to throw that in there, to give him the boost. So right now, while he's got 3 years before he's 18, I'm like, use that to your advantage. I had another friend who did a Kickstarter, and they are transgender and use the gender-neutral pronouns, and they were doing a beautiful graphic novel because their grandmother, who had Alzheimer's, recently passed. And I said, you have a whole community you can tap into right now, because your graphic novel not only goes into the plight of dementia and Alzheimer's as it develops and gets worse, it also goes into the plight of a young person going through identity, gender identity, etc., etc. So it covers multiple topics, and I said, use that to your advantage. Don't hesitate to reach out to the supportive community who will back you, help you, and spread the word. And they did not. When they didn't fund in a matter of days, they kind of dropped the whole thing and just let it go to pot. I realized this 3 days before the end of their Kickstarter, and went and put up one post across all my social medias. And it more than doubled what they already had and got them within $1,000 of their goal. And then when we contacted them, I said, hey, look. They went, don't even bother, don't even try, I've given up, I'm not doing it. Which is a shame, but hey, I get it, that's human nature. It gets overwhelming. It's a Vargan, you got to know how this is. Every day when you get up and get on your stream, on one hand, or one moment, you're very excited, thrilled, happy, ready to go do this. On the other hand, you look at how much work you've put in it versus what you're getting out of it, and you have your doubts. You have your moment of, should I be doing something else that is more productive for me in the long run? But us creative people, we don't stop. It's the bottom line with this show, whether I got 2 or 2,000 watching, I enjoy it. I'm not going to quit it. Same for the writing of books and the producing of web series and all these other things I do. Life's too short. And also, life's too long. It is both simultaneously too short and too long to not do what you're passionate about. Passion's a beautiful thing. It is the blanket that will keep your creativity warm on cold nights. And it is the boost of fuel that will get you through the scary parts into the safer zones. But you do have to leave those safer zones and head out into the scary parts. If you don't do that, you will never get past a certain point. Almost done with my coffee. Only had this one mug of coffee for 4 hours now. Done. I need a mug like this with Talk of the Tavern on it. Does anybody know where to find a mug like this? These kind of triangle-shaped, pyramid-shaped mugs. The little lid that you can open and close. They used to have them all the time. 10, 15 years ago, they were everywhere. And now, because I like it for the desk, it's got a little rubber thing so it doesn't move and slide. It's hard to tip over, and even if you do tip it over, it's got the little thing. It's just a little slide to cover the open part. Beautiful. Maybe I just need to get waterproof stickers of Talk of the Tavern and put it over the Intuit logo there. Just do it that way. I like the music back up. I might do this again. So when I get off here, the way it works is I put every my full shows, my normal shows, the scheduled ones, I put them up on YouTube, and then I also add them. Take the raw video file, strip it down. Which I just realized I might have forgotten to do something. Oh well. Strip it down. Pull out the audio. Ian, time for dinner. You have a good one. If you stop by, don't forget Andrea's channel tonight for the silly game, the superhero game. Here, I'll put a link up for you. There you go. So come join us for that, buddy. You have a great dinner, and I will catch you again next time. I am going to probably do a stream tomorrow during the day. So if you're bored, come hang out. Don't know what I'm going to do it about. Probably not drawing until I get a little practice on this tablet and the program and get it figured out. I wonder if my other program has tablet settings. Let me take a quick look here. I don't think so. It's paint.net, and I'm thinking it's probably a little basic for what I want. Yeah, it is. That's okay. That's okay. Let's see who just popped in. We got a few new faces here. Not calling you out. Hey, good to see everyone. I am curious about that one right there. See what that person is. Hey, you're a streamer. Good to see you, man. I'm not going to call you out. I'm going to let you lurk, whether you're giving me a number or whether you're actually hanging out, chit-chatting. Now, because I just popped over here and you're chatting in the person's stream that you're hosting. So, good for you, man. But I appreciate you being in my channel. If you are, what are they doing? Fishing? They're fishing. Hell. That looks impressive. It's, I guess it'd be more like, you know, my girlfriend said, okay. Let me stop babbling and back it up for a second. I like to mow my lawn. It takes about 2 hours on the mower to mow the lawn. an extra hour if I'm pulling out the weed whacker, trimming up the scrub, and pulling out the leaf blower to clear the debris afterwards. So I enjoy spending time on it. I smoke a cigar and drive around in my little straw hat. It's a 0-point mower on 2 acres, so it's enough to do. And Andrea says I could stream, because we have one streamer we watch, Bonsai Baby. She's great. She had, what did she put up? Like a cleaning simulator was her stream title or something like that. And when you went there, it was her cleaning her house on camera. And Andrea's like, you could put up lawnmower simulator and just have your phone with Twitch streaming what you're doing. I'm like, well, that's an interesting idea, but how do I attach that? There's a couple of answers to this. I could put it on an armband. I have a arm sheath for my phone, so I could put that on, but then I've got to face it forward. I guess I don't have to. I can do whatever I want. If somebody watches it, somebody watches it. That's that. I can hang it around my neck, but I don't know how jostly that will be. It's, I mean, the camera has the vibration control, I guess, if you will. Yeah, I like the playlist thing. I'm going to have to go pull down some more music for this, because it's all doesn't need to be attributed to the artist, which I don't have a problem attributing to the artist, but when you're running a stream and you're doing something else and you kind of want some background music, you can't quite attribute everything you want to, especially when you're putting it up on YouTube or whatever afterwards. So using the attribution-free music helps me. What the hell are these people posting? Anyhow, here's my gaming group for tonight. Oh, I guess they're all gone. I could talk about them. So, what we decided to do with the gaming group is I wanted a definitive ending point for each story arc. So at some point in time, any one player can go, okay, I'm out of here. But they have benchmarks where they know, oh, there's a stopping point here, or a break point where it's easy enough for the character to disappear from the group and a new player to come in. This also allows players to switch games if they want to, etc., etc. I need to create a new Discord group. Hold on while I pull this up. Okay. Let's see here. What should I call it? Gamer guest? Streaming gamers? Players? Stream players? Gaming players? RP... G... Gamergate. Okay. I'm going to go with that, John. Now, John, just so you know, you're already in the After Our City Defenders channel. Okay, good enough. And then there's a private message group for it, too. So I realize that's kind of repetitive, but it's how I'm doing it. This one here is going to be for all the players. So what I'll do is bang, bang, bang. there only 3 games? I only have 3 games, right? Right. Okay. So, yeah, basically this allows all the different players to be in a channel. So let me gamergate over to here. This is a channel with all the gamers. So when each season ends, we can discuss if anyone wants to switch games. There we go. Okay, so you know there is somebody here. Where is apathetic views? Is he not in the list? I need to pop over here to my friends. Right? Come here. Invite people. There we go. Invite. I don't even know who talked or who that is. Hell. I guess I could invite them all. There we go. Generate new link. Oh, okay. I don't think they're all back. How many times is it going to invite them? Damn. Okay, put that away before I get in trouble with somebody. Jobs up! How are you, buddy? Just wrapping up the show. Appreciate you dropping in the last couple minutes. Here's to you. And we're going to close the show while Otter is right there. Yeah, so we set up the arcs on Andrea Lechats that I just posted her channel. So it ends at the end of each season, literal winter, spring, summer, fall type seasons. All you have to do is call, and I'll be there. Song flashback. So this allows players to bow out after a season or 5 seasons or whatever without having to leave in the middle of a plot line. Now these plot lines are going to be loose, but I have basically made a loose outline of the games, all 3 games, through the end of September 21st. And we have that going on. Now, last night, I had thought what I had set up was going to be able to be done in 2 hours. It wasn't. There was a total of 10 different rooms in the space adventure, essentially a dungeon crawl. And they got through 3 in 2 hours. This is something as a game master you will find. You set up the biggest clue. It's so easy to find and figure it out and move on. You feel like you're treating your players like idiots. And then they can't figure it out. And you're like, what the fuck? It's so easy. But you got to remember, you wrote it. To you, it's obvious. You put it there. And they did figure it out, by the way. It just took them longer than I expected. And they did a lot of other stuff in the interim. Now, this is the learning curve, especially streaming the game. I had to go, you've inspected the whole place, you find nothing else. You're one clue, and I should have fed them the clue for the sake of the stream, but I hate hooking my players and dragging them along. I like them to know they accomplished it. Which there's ways to do it where they don't realize you just hooked them and fed them the answer, but nevertheless. John is down in a voice channel. John, why are you in a voice channel? On Discord? I think everybody here is already in my Discord. I guess what I could do here is, especially for Ian or Logan or whatever. No, that's not it. Let me go ahead and... If you go below the screen, you'll see the Discord thing. So, Let's see, invite people. Don't know. You probably clicked on it and then wander away. No big deal. But on the other hand, it might be picking up on your mic, so you'll want to check that. Let's see here. I'll throw that up there. That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. There you go. If you're not part of the Discord server, you can be. There you go, John. Yeah, it doesn't bother me. You can absolutely hang out in there all the day. But, yeah, it might mean your mic is feeding somebody sound when you don't intend to. But, yeah, I love this concept of the story arc for the season, giving everybody 3 months. And then at that point in time, they can leave, a new person can join, they can switch games if they find somebody else that wants to switch a game. And all that good stuff. Because that's the hardest part of a game. I have played in many, many games over the past, I guess 33 years. Yeah. And very rarely do they last terribly long, because one person leaves and the whole game falls apart. So you want to make sure you have it in place so the game can continue. And if it does continue, eventually it falls apart because, oh, well, next week we can't play, and then the week after something else happens, and then it just naturally crumbles. And you don't want to do that. So I've tried to set these games up so there are definitive stopping points that people will push forward to, but then they have a very graceful way of bowing out. Don't fall off the table, Giraffe. Or take a break. You know, they're like, hey, we have one guy who's going to be playing on Tuesday nights, and he can't play during the summer. He works in the AC business, and he's just, with the extended hours and everything, he's not getting home till 9 or 9:30, let alone getting on the computer. So, for the summer season, he's going to bow out. But he wants to play the other 3 seasons out of the year. And I love this idea. Just because it does allow that flexibility and allows people to come and go, not necessarily willy-nilly and random, like last night when Steven missed a game. Mind you, as a game, you could... You know about that. Have you played much tabletop? I thought you hadn't played much tabletop there, Dropsome. Kenny says, even our game, due to unfortunate circumstance, has been derailed a couple of times. Now, derailed, like... are you talking about the Tuesday night games where we've only played 2 games so far? Are you talking about derailed during the gameplay? Or are you talking about derailed as in this Tuesday where I had things happen in my personal life where I couldn't run the game and had to bow out? Which that's the only time the game truly doesn't go forward. Matter of fact, on Wednesdays, for that crew, I had everybody make up 2 characters. Because of the format of the type of game, we can have characters that interchange back and forth. So, if we are in the middle of something, which I try not to stop in the middle of something, I do, but the time frame coming up will be tight because I'll be on vacation in September. Well, I still have to see if spaces come open, because I am not going to purposely boot the current players away to open it up for the waiting list, which, by the way, Dropsome, you are on the waiting list, so you're okay there. And they said, no, a couple of weeks where we couldn't make it at all, which is probably actually better than half the people making it. Well, in this game, it's kind of important. I want to say the very first game got delayed because people couldn't make it or something like that. But other than that, this week was the first time it didn't go through. We've only played 2 games. This was the 3rd game. And I only know that because I've created that story arc with certain scenes for certain weeks. And this is something I was getting to. It's 6 o'clock. I am going to bolt, get ready for the game, set it all up for tonight. Thanks for joining, guys. Let's get some outro music here.
Shenanigans tonight. You are the one thing that makes the show what it is. Don't forget to join us at the tavern next week. Until then, Have fun, keep learning, and be good to one another.
See you guys.
Now, raise your glass in good cheer.
See if I get anybody I could raid that I don't have to talk to because I got work to do. Not really. Heck with the raid. I got other things to do. Out of here. Here's to you. Where's my stop streaming button?